Hey everyone, I'm Mark Cook, CEO of Shiny Shoe. We are making a game called Inkbound right now. It is an online co-op roguelike RPG with a blend of different genres, and we're trying something new. And welcome to another developer stream. Today is June 17th, 2022. We are still pre-alpha, but we are showing off our progress as we go and talking about various aspects of the game. So today, what are we going to be talking about? And who are you two people?
Wow. After that, that's a very polished intro. I need to practice more in front of the mirror. Andrew, creative director at Shiny Shoe. Here for design questions, answers, let you guys know what we're working on.
And I'm Camille Baumjager. I'm the community manager. You might have seen me on Discord, and I am driving the game basically while these two tell you a bit more about the updates, which we'll be showcasing today. And as you're going to see, there's been quite a few changes. So let's hop in. Let's see.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
Also, hello to first time chatter, Mother Maiden Crow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, and also hi Shaheen. I've seen you around a lot of times. Yeah. Just wanted to say hi. Cool. So what are we looking at here? I see that there's been a lot of changes.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Let's dive in. So, and then we'll try to hit things if you're new, but we're also going to try to move things forward if you're old, not new, if you've been around for a couple weeks. This is our third week. Okay, so yeah, we have a brand new HUD here. Functionally, you're going to see a lot of the same things that we had before. So we still have an ability bar here. It has a bunch of the abilities you can use. That is on the left side of it. However, also very important to our game are the items and the loot you were picking up and what you're acquiring. And that goes on the right side. So there's 5 slots there for sort of your passive equipment that you can pick up. It also shows the rarity. This one is simply a common piece of equipment, the Garnet Signet. And then 2 slots there to the right that have that little bubble underneath them that are going to represent things you can use. You can use them out of combat, you can use them in combat, unlike abilities which are combat only. So this includes right now in the game, you might see us pick up a health potion, which you can use out of combat, in combat, or fish, which will give you buffs, much like fish in real life. Extra magic power, yeah.
Love that cod. It always has the best best buffs.
I'm a big sushi fan, just
all right,
pumps me up.
I am definitely hoping for some health items right now because actually, here we go. Sorry. No. So this is actually a great opportunity to sort of talk about the quillings because somebody asked what were the
little shiny things are?
Yeah, the little shiny things.
Right, and you guys might notice we already have some, so we are starting our runs a little bit into the run. That's also why we're damaged right now. So you can see in the lower left where the health is, we have 31 out of 40. And that's because this is a more polished area. We want to get you a little bit into a run. At some point, we'll show you the start. We'll show you the hub. Not today. But the quillings. So we have 105 right now. We spend them. They're currency. So they just last for the run. And you can spend them on merchants for upgrades to your abilities. You can get new equipment. All the sorts of things you might want to purchase with some kind of money in a run you can get access to.
Right. And you start every run with 0. So it's not something that's persistent.
Right, exactly.
Okay. So now one big change is that I didn't get to choose.
Won't go. Oh no! Right.
Yeah, we won't go too into detail, but right now I'm just going to choose where we're going to go.
And what that was about, guys. Next week we're going to show you a new map selection system, and we're going to talk about why we're updating it. But for this week, old style, we're going to pick this, and we're going to talk about the choices you're going to make on a run. So join us next week. We're going to get into that. You can see we're breaking these destructibles, and there's this little indicator on the bottom. That basically means you're accomplishing a quest. So quests will give you persistent progress, persistent levels up, which will give you new cosmetics, all sorts of cool unlocks. Also, your level now appears on the HUD, upper left-hand corner. That 1, we are only level 1. Wow, we got to level up. During these streams, you will watch us level up.
Well, there's 2 1s right next to each other.
Oh, that's true. However, the bigger one is your lives. That's your extra lives. You can, in fact, die once.
Okay. All right, shall we?
Sure. Let's do it.
All right. This seems like as good a place as any, and now I don't have the option to move, so that's gonna.
All
right. So, have there been any changes to the combat, to the balance? Do you have anything to say before we get started?
Yeah, we've been doing some modifications. So basically, we wanted to make combat feel a little more like a brawl. So we've increased enemy health some. And then the other change we've made is we've tuned up player health for also that reason and other reasons. We were also realizing that our shield values were too hard to tune. So whenever you got one shield, it was too good when you had 20 health. So now you have 40 health. This means that one shield relative to your total health is lower. Enemies do slightly more damage, but also since we wanted to have combat feel a little more brawly, we didn't tune up damage quite as much as we tuned up player health. So you can sustain a bit longer. You can kind of trade more blows. Yeah, what do you want to do? So we're also trying to experiment this week. One of your abilities starts on cooldown. It's a powerful ability, the Ultimate Smash. We've also added a few more items and equipment you can get that will reduce your cooldowns on your abilities. So abilities might come back quicker if you get the right kind of equipment.
I don't want to be near this guy, but I feel like he's gonna...
If you get a hit on him and still have time to move out of the way, or enough
Should be
mana to
fine.
move out of the way, then
Yeah.
you could get some
Yeah.
damage.
Right.
Oh, okay, I can still use this, right, to move.
Just make
So-
sure
Yeah.
you save enough mana.
It does cost 1 mana now. That was another change from last week. We no longer
Okay.
have free movement off that teleport. Yep.
Okay, so now I have 3, so...
I would try to kill the guy who's enraged right next to you,
Okay.
the spear inkling.
This seems like it.
Maybe you can hit both.
Yeah, let's see. No,
Nope.
okay. Alright, let's try to get this guy then.
Uh-oh.
Not quite. So now we have a choice. We have 1 mana. We can teleport, try to get away.
You could walk out of the damage of the Figment, which is the big buff guy there, and then just attack. I would just kill the
That's
Yeah.
a move.
the enraged guy.
Bam, nice. Good.
So now I don't-
Solid hit.
I don't think you're going to take damage on this turn, so...
Okay. And so now it doesn't automatically end my turn, right? Anymore?
Right,
It's
you're going
like-
to have to press that. I'll call it one other thing. Right now we do have some class passives, so you can like mix and match main and subclasses. We are utilizing our Magma Miner Hammer passive. So if you move to the lower left-hand corner there, that's your buff section. So right there, we have heat. So you get heat every time you hit something, and you lose your heat if you ever take an action where you don't hit anything or when you end your turn. So basically, you do 20% more damage every time you take a turn that does damage to the enemy, and you kind of build up this heat. So your last attack will generally do the most damage as long as you keep being aggressive. If you ever sort of flee, if you run away, you lose it all. So we are encouraging you with this class to be in the brawl, to be fighting.
Squeegee, thank you for saying that I have a giga brain. Yes. Excellent gameplay ideas over here.
Right. That's the...
So one thing I want to mention real quick is we have one ability that has a cooldown of 1 right here, which is going to go back and be available next turn. So anytime you tune something with a cooldown of 1, it's just to lock it out for the rest of the current turn, essentially.
It is. Right. Or we want to make you kind of get an item or use something else to restore it during your same turn if you want to use it again. So we do have some that are like, oh, maybe it'd be fun to use it multiple times a turn, but we want to encourage you to get an upgrade or use a piece of equipment to get access to that ability.
Okay.
Alright. Just swinging and nothing. Love it.
Right. So that guy, and this is, I think, maybe new last week, but we can call it out again this week, actually changes behavior every other turn now. So it is in direct attack mode, like those other units are. And you can see that if you mouse over it, it's going to attack you if you're anywhere inside that range.
Okay. Alright, let's see.
What does Shattered do?
What does Shadow do? I think you can mouse over that guy to have it tell us. I won't spoil it. There we go.
Damage dealt is increased by 50%. Remove at the end of turn. All right, nice. So a debuff.
Right. So we want to keep kind of pummeling that guy to get the most out of it. And I think our 1 key is probably going to be our most efficient. It's 2 mana for 15 damage, and I think this is 1 mana for 5 damage.
Okay.
Nice. So we saw double damage there.
Right. And this,
So-
and this.
Wait, should it have been that high? It was 30. 50% increase on 15 should have been 22.
You also have your
25.
heat, though.
Oh.
Right. So that's like 20%. There's a lot of math. We're going to have the tooltips tell you how much damage you're going to do, at least outgoing. So don't worry out there in the audience. You don't have to do that much math. Just know that your numbers go up, and numbers going up is better.
I don't think my brain's giga anymore after missing all the different modifiers
details
in there.
Yeah, so right now these don't update in real time. They just show their base damage, but we want to have it show you at some point. It's total, like, heat is increasing it, and you're going to be able to tell how much damage you're going to do. So I think we can do that same thing one more time.
Let's
We have
see.
the 2 mana for
Are
it.
you sure? You're going to take some damage, but maybe
Well,
you're okay with that.
Well,
gonna
that's a good
say-
point. We could teleport.
Yeah, I was gonna do either bonk and then teleport, or
Right. And we do have
because I have
3
2.
we have 3 shields, so we can take 3 damage for free.
Okay.
And this is something else that we wow, P-Rain. It's just
Really?
brutal. Right around.
Brutal.
Squeegee's on the team. He's allowed to talk smack. Right. We do want to show you how much damage is probably going to come into you as well during a turn at some point. We don't have it today, but like, so you can be like, oh, I'm going to take 5 damage. I want to try to get out of range, but we need to figure out how to display that. In the meantime, yeah, what do you want to do?
Well, I think I'm going to do just a classic bonk and then try to get out of the way.
Sure.
I can. Let's see. Maybe like over here. So,
If you want to take no damage, you need to go to like the upper left of this area as far as you can.
Actually, you can hold Alt real quick. And that will show you the range of all of your enemies. Yeah,
so if I can go right here.
You should be good.
All right. Okay.
There we go. They all turned a dark, the darkest shade. Means you're safe.
Right.
They're coming after me. Oh my god.
The glowing ring that's surrounding the enemies right now that are going to do that kind of direct attack. When it's more pinkish, that means you're in the range currently, and when it's purple, it means you're outside of the range. So it's another indicator.
I can get all 3 of them. Yes. Okay. Oh, but now they're all in range. Okay.
Right. Well, that's pretty solid damage.
If you use the ability on one, the hammer, you can probably hit all 3, I think. Maybe if you back up a little bit.
Maybe. Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Like it. Okay.
It's Tanglicious.
Okay.
All right, now it's reinforcement time. But we do have a free turn. And we have a question that I like because it's a math question. It's Tanglicious asks, if you can get multiple different damage buffs going, will it be additive or multiplicative? All right, so here, math, design time. If you don't care about this out there in the audience, I'm sorry. This does matter a lot to game balance. So basically, the way our math works is anything that's incoming damage or outgoing damage is multiplied against each other. So if you do plus 100 incoming, plus 100 outgoing, that's actually 4 times the amount of damage. Very good. You want to get both of those things going. That said, within each category, you add. So if you did another plus 100 outgoing damage, it adds the initial plus 100, not multiplying again, meaning it stays a bit lower kind of total. So that would be 6 times instead of 8 times if it was multiplying, or, 8 times. So numbers do get big, but they don't get quite as big as they could if everything multiplied. And you generally want to try to get both incoming damage and outgoing damage going up at the same time to get the most efficiency. So this is what you'll care about at the deep end portion of the game. Otherwise, numbers going up is good. Just make sure your numbers go up and you will probably succeed at these sort of lower difficulties. Yeah, Tanglicious knows about math. It's a math game in the end, but there's different levels of math people want to do. So
Monkey Go-Go Beans is happy to have arrived for the math lesson.
just in time for math. Right, yes. No, this is game designer life, guys. Math, spreadsheets.
So we got a orb spawn, resto orb. We're not sure what we're calling them, but that's the blue glowing orb there, which restore your mana for anyone who hasn't seen one before,
Right.
which can be useful during your turn. If you end an action when standing in that, then you get a mana point back. But however, for us, it's going to be kind of useless right now because the next enemy wave has not spawned in yet. In fact, I think they stay around for a turn or two. So you should probably not pick it up
Right,
in this
which
turn.
I think we're going to change this. So ending your
Okay.
turn won't pick them up for this reason. But for now, the tactical move is not to pick it up when you end your turn.
Right, because they don't stack between turns.
Right, you won't keep the mana.
Okay.
So we can have it carry over, but I think we just will be like, when you end your turn, that doesn't count for what it does.
see.
But we have not made that update
Okay,
yet.
so I think I'm in the right position.
You're good.
All right.
All right, here we go. Another
Okay.
wave.
What are these
So,
health signs above
We have
these
some
enemies?
new enemy buffs. These guys are beefy. And what beefy means is twice as much health as normal. So basically, they're just going to be a bit tougher. Now, we do have our ultimate smash off of cooldown. And if we kind of build up a few attacks first, or we shatter something, that's going to do a nice chunky amount of damage. So we can use that at least to take care of one of these problems.
So if we shatter and then ultimate smash, that will be out of mana.
We'll be out of
I
mana.
guess we could maybe have one remaining, actually,
Right,
if we stand in the right
if we pick
spot.
up that orb.
But I
That
also-
orb, even.
Okay, yeah, but I also
You can
can't
get a more billion mana.
teleport.
True.
Okay, so I probably am going to take damage. This turn.
All right, we're just going to go for it. Sounds good.
Yeah, let's see.
So we went down to 3 mana from using a 2 mana ability and then got 1 back from the orb, so we're at 4.
Doing math again.
I love that basic addition and subtraction.
That's right.
It
That's
feels
right.
so good.
Let's see. I'm thinking this because
Sure.
then maybe
Let's do it. We haven't used it yet.
It's the most
Okay.
fun ability we have.
Yeah,
Bunch
because I
of
feel
damage.
like moving. I can't. Okay, let's
Well,
see.
that's
Yeah.
not a bad idea. It gets us further from that
You could
beefy
move.
jerk
You
up
could
there.
move to the left as well, so that try to get further away from.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would go as far left as you can, because then you're more likely to get it.
Just don't miss that attack.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Oh, it's so close. Ah, we got more. We got another.
Okay.
another
Okay.
more
Okay.
Oh, I
blue.
would definitely go for it. So yeah.
Yeah.
It's just worth it. There we go. Clean that up.
And now,
and another
again-
one spawned. We can keep trying to chain it.
I'd go to the left.
I don't think we can get into it though.
So either you can decide to take some damage. If you wanted to play defensively, I would move all the way to the left.
And see if we can
And
get out
then,
of range.
yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Or you could hold Alt and C.
All right, so that's at least 2 of them.
You can get out of all of them.
I don't know if we can actually. So we did. We
Did you
did make
change
the
it?
hitbox a
One
little
squeeze.
bigger.
No,
Or we-
but she'll get one more move after. Because of the way movement currently works, after she bonks, she can still get a
Oh,
new circle.
You're right. You're right. No, we're gonna nerf
So-
that.
So if you use that right there,
Spoilers.
Okay.
and then go all the way to the left.
Oh.
Look at that. Just fleeing. We're gonna nerf this.
Yeah.
No, it's good tactics. But
Okay. Okay. So now I can be a little bit more aggressive because I got my teleport again, right? So I can always hop out if I need
another nice jump.
Ooh. Oh yeah, you're right.
And I think that does even like a little more damage. You have a cooldown on this one, but it gets us in a good position. It's probably,
What do you recommend?
probably a solid move.
Yeah?
Get that
Alright.
mana. Hit the damage. There's more mana. These guys are beefy. It's just what they are.
Maybe this one.
Sure.
That one doesn't do that much damage. I
Okay.
think. Yeah.
Maybe this.
Based on its.
Can I get both of them?
It does damage
Yeah.
to everything. Like it does like a little bit of damage to everything.
Okay.
Oh, we're getting orbs on every time. We're getting lucky here.
Yeah.
It's gonna keep this turn going.
Maybe it's skill.
Maybe.
I think if you move back a little, you can probably get them both.
That takes us further from our glorious orb, though.
That's true. Or forward? No, probably can't get them both.
You can get
No,
them.
I can get
That's
them, yeah.
both right
Oh,
now.
in the other direction. Oof.
Okay.
Ooh, that's feeling good.
Okay. Okay.
Can you?
You're gonna have to
Yeah,
teleport
that's a
into
good
it.
idea. Teleport to an orb and then
See if
try to
you-
bonk both, maybe.
It'd be nice if it highlighted the orb highlight when,
Is this what?
when you're doing
I
this.
faded this. I want it.
Because
I
I
want that
would,
to count as movement, right?
Okay,
Like,
let's
so you can
see.
also see if you're gonna get damaged.
So.
I would
I'll go
try
right
to-
Here.
I
Yeah.
would go greedy and go for both.
Yeah, Squeege. I think we're gonna change Shatter Shot back
Right
to where it
here?
was.
Okay.
So right on the edge
Trying a
of
little
one of the two. Yeah.
Oh.
Or even, I thought it was going to be on 2 separate turns, but that works for me.
Okay. Let's see.
How much damage does that do? How much damage does
We
Ooh.
lost our
Yes.
heat though with that move, which just to call it out.
It's true.
But they're shattered, so this should kill them. Anything should kill them. Actually, if you want.
Oh, sorry.
Done now. No, it's a good move.
You could probably get out.
Just
You've
run
got
away again.
you just run away and then bonk and
Oh
then
my
move
God.
again.
Okay.
So, also to call something out, every turn we do take in
you're good.
combat, we do build up our blight meter, which is the top of the screen. It has its own meter now. And we tuned it, at least for now, so it's 5 to fill it. And once you take 5 turns, you get a blight at the end of combat, which increases the challenge of the enemies. So because this combat took a little bit longer, and we're still tuning all these values, enemies are going to get harder for the rest of the run after this battle.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, yeah. It's totally ultimate smash that guy. If we can get close enough.
Let's see.
I think it'll be good. I think it'll work.
This.
Shatter. No, I'd shatter and then ultimate smash.
It's a combo.
Okay. Can I?
Boom.
There we
Yes.
are. All right, and then we got a reward. This one will give us a upgrade for our abilities.
Okay.
So upgrading something we're building out more of. We want a lot of variety here. This is a way that you can decide kind of which direction your build goes in from your starter abilities. So we have a bunch of different options here for our different abilities. There's Ultimate Smash, our favorite, big damage, large area effect, can now hit more than one enemy. That can be a lot
That's
of
a
fun.
huge upgrade.
Huge upgrade. Earth and Tremors, which we didn't use at all. We can reduce the mana cost and still not use it, maybe. But going from 2 to 1 is a very good cost reduction. Again, math.
Okay.
Half. And then Shatter Shot, which we love, adds an extra stack of Shattered.
Further
that mean?
increasing the damage
Further increasing the damage.
that they
Okay.
take.
Okay.
So they would take, now it's plus 50%. They would take plus 100%.
Oh, okay. That sounds really good. But we have been using Ultimate Smash a lot.
You know?
Uh,
I'll answer some questions while you think about it.
Yeah.
We have a question, and I'm sorry, here, maybe if you just slide it over.
Yeah,
Can't
of
quite see
course.
that. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Shaheen asks, will there be multiple upgrade paths for abilities? Well, you can mix and match. So yes, there's many options. You can get them in any order, and none of them currently, at least, close off any other ones. Some might in the future, if two are mutually exclusive in some kind of way, but in general, we want to let you build your abilities in fun, interesting, combinatorial ways. And so you can pick upgrades, and so there's those little slots you'll kind of see next to it. There's a little orb that filled it in, and then you have 3 slots per ability, so you can upgrade them each 3 times.
Right. It might be hard to see on the stream, but these little tiny pips that are next to the ability represents that it's been upgraded if it's filled. And so, like Andrew just said, if you have all 3 pips, it means you've upgraded it multiple times. So during the course of a run, we want players to be able to have the option to see, of course, multiple of these types of drafts and then decide which ability upgrades make the most sense. We're not sure how many upgrades there will be per ability, but thinking, obviously there has to be at least 3 for the design to make sense, and probably more than that to show a variety and feel like you are mixing and matching from a wider set of possibilities. So yeah, like, again, I think we've mentioned this before, your primary class and your subclass selection drives what abilities you have in your ability bar. And so there's a bunch of classes we haven't shown on stream yet, and we'll be, thinking about how we roll information about those out in the future. But yeah, so that drives the abilities that you have at the start of the run, and then we're hoping to have like a wide kind of variety of potential upgrades that you could see that coinciding with the items and accessories that you can also pick up. Like we have this ring in our hotbar currently.
Right-click that, actually. I forgot to mention that earlier.
And these will like combine together to form your build, essentially, all those elements.
Exactly. And there's rarities to everything and harder ones to get and all that stuff, things to chase for. Right, so this is, I think we showed this last week, I'm almost certain we did, but you can right-click things on your bar for more details, and then this is giving us ability power, so that's plus 20% damage, and a crit multiplier. So normally crits do 50% more damage. With plus 50, we are now doing 100% more damage. So we don't have a lot of chance to crit right now, but we are getting more damage when we do. And then ability power is one of those sources of extra damage that we were wondering about earlier. How did things get so strong?
Nice.
So it increases the damage of all of our abilities by 20%.
Monkey Go-Go Beans asks, are these upgrades specific to each upgrade, or can each upgrade work for each ability?
They are generally specific, because often, like, the way they have to interact with an ability can be unique, like that one with Shattered, where it does more Shatter damage. Like, it just kind of only makes sense on that ability. That said, we do want to add some rare ones that would work on everything. Things like changing what type of ability is. Maybe mana reduction ends up being universal. In Monster Train, we had a lot of ways that you could sort of break your cards or break your abilities. We want to do that here in interesting ways. But to be universal, they have to sort of be pretty broad. Actually, not something we have in game yet, but look forward to showing you in the future once we implement a version of it. And it's on our mind. All right. Do we want
Just shiny.
Start another battle, see what happens, see what else shows up? How are you guys feeling?
Sure. Let's do one more, and then
here's something,
wrap it up.
The green orb of healing is something that's been cooling's on, and also very useful for us.
Yeah.
Love when that shows up. All right.
Oh, another new status effect.
Another new status effect. This battle is kind of the same as the other one, so we don't spend a lot of time here, but we can use our upgrade, show off one of the new, we call them challenge buffs. They're basically ways for us to modify the unit behavior. This one's glass cannon. Does twice double damage and takes double damage. So these guys are going to fall over quick, but we have to be pretty careful standing near them if we can't take care of them.
Okay. Well, I want to use my new upgrade.
Absolutely. We're going to do so much damage to that guy.
Oh, he hardly got anything, though.
I mean, that guy, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So, but here, if we go ahead and just, hit that guy with one more ability, the glass cannon there. I want to see it go ragdolling away. Bam.
Yeah.
All right,
Nice.
That. Yeah. All right. But I think that's pretty solid.
Yeah.
Hit everything we want to show today?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
Very cool. All right. Well, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much, for, joining me and also for, answering questions and everything. We are going to be doing things a little bit differently next week, not with the stream, but there are some fun things coming up on the server, which are going to be a lot of, I'm really excited to share with you guys. If there was anything in particular that you really loved, please include it in the channel for stream highlights.
On Discord.
On Discord, thank you.
Beautiful. Full face.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you.
Make them look at us.
Yeah. Thank you so much. If you want to sign up for future beta access, you can do that on inkboundgame.com. You can also wishlist the game on Steam. And then also, if you want to join the server, that's discord.gg/inkbound. And then also play Inkbound on Twitter. And that's it. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. Bye.
Yep,
See you next
see you guys.
time.
Bye.